Hello, my name is Debbie Adams. I'm the Director for Scotland and Northern Ireland for the Conservation Volunteers. Our mission is to connect people in green spaces and to deliver lasting outcomes for both.
Hello, I'm Deborah Long. I'm Chief Officer at Scottish Environment Link. Link is the network for 40 environmental NGOs who work together across Scotland for a healthy environment able to support resilient communities.
Thank you for inviting us to present to you today. We're here to discuss the concept of a National Nature Service, a proposal put to the UK Government for England that could be applicable in Scotland, bringing benefits for the environment, for our places, our people and our economy. The National Nature Service is a jobs programme that will enable unemployed people to find paid work and training in nature conservation, give a range of transferable skills for future jobs at the same time as rebuilding depleted natural resources. The idea is based on the successful Citizen Conservation Core Work programme enacted by Roosevelt following the Great Depression, which put 3 million people to work in the US and planted 3 billion trees.
And why is this needed? Well, nature needs urgent investment. Scotland is renowned worldwide for its landscapes and its nature. In 2019, the State of Nature Scotland report showed that 1 in 9 species in Scotland is at risk of extinction. The main causes of this include not just climate change, but also the way we manage our land and seas. And these drivers of change operate everywhere, on land, at sea, and on the coast. If we're to halt the loss of nature, respond to climate change, and protect what we have today for future generations, we all need to work together.
Problem 2. Unemployment is rising. The unemployment rate in Scotland prior to the current lockdown was 4.5%, which equates to 126,000 people looking for work. Young people have been hardest hit by this. Estimates suggest that youth unemployment in Scotland could reach 100,000 over the winter, compared to April 2018 when youth unemployment was 25,000. So a possible solution? A citizen conservation training programme. Investment in conservation jobs will pay dividends for generations to come by giving nature a helping hand, as well as providing paid work with training that has value in the broader labour market. This should be a key part of the Scottish Government's Green Recovery Strategy. So what would a National Nature Service deliver? Jobs. Using the England proposal but applying the 10% principle based on population estimates, this could deliver 1,500 jobs with high quality training. These jobs could be the length and breadth of Scotland, both urban and rural. Government aspirations to mitigate climate change and tackle biodiversity loss will require jobs and careers in new sectors and new ways of working. This initiative could provide skills relevant for these sectors. It will also provide training. It'd be a key part of the initiative. There would be broad environmental training and project specific. This could be supplemented by relevant industry recognised qualifications such as LANTRA. Development of core skills would also be central, as this will support participants to be equipped for jobs not just in the environment or green economy. They are valuable skills sought by a range of employers.
And in terms of environmental benefits, a national citizen conservation training programme would contribute to action needed for the nature and climate emergencies and would meet many Scottish Government ambitions, including tree planting, peatland restoration and nature protection, for example. Our members have many planned projects that have been paused because of the pandemic and the associated funding impacts it's having. Funding for this initiative could restart and boost these programmes that in turn deliver on government ambitions and environmental needs.
So what's needed to make it work? Funding. The funding asked for the England proposals for 15,000 jobs was 741 million, consisting of 426 million for the job costs and 315 million for nature projects. If we applied the 10% rule, then Scotland could have a programme for 74 million. There may be green recovery budgets already available that could support some of these costs. Now, 74 million is a lot of money, but to give you a picture of how this compares to other costs, a mile of dual carriageway on a regular motorway with no tunnels or flyovers costs an average 30 million according to the Highways Agency. So this programme equates to 2.5 miles of new motorway. The programme would also need infrastructure and coordination support to ensure a consistent implementation across the country. This initiative could be delivered by a body that brings together the voluntary sector with relevant government departments and agencies to maximise the impact that the programme could have. So what impact could it have? I'd like to introduce you to Stacey, a fabulous TCV volunteer and trainee, and let her tell you about the possible impact of a programme like this.
I've actually been with TCV for almost a year come November, volunteering. Prior to this, I had been previously kind of stuck inside my house, just me and my dad, kind of in a bad place at the time, not wanting to go outside. That was maybe almost 3 years. And then I got into TCV, the Seven Locks programme, thank goodness. When I had first met Ali, the first day, my dad had kind of waited in the wing in his car to make sure I waved goodbye before he left, to make sure I was comfortable. As soon as I met Ali, I was like, yeah, this is going to be all right.
I nominated Stacey really because she's such a fabulous volunteer, and I think I feel she deserves some recognition for that. She's an excellent member of the team. The ideas for some of the projects that we do that she comes out with, you can really see the progress she's made by being on this programme. She started off quite a kind of shy kind of character, but now she's one of the main people in the team. And
that's been a year since then. For me personally, I feel like I've grown exponentially. I've always been a kind of quiet kid, a loner. More than happy to sit on the outside, even though I had played like a team sport. I was always very quiet, shy, kept myself. Now it's more about being happy and comfortable to introduce myself to new people in the team who arrived first day, like, hi, I'm Stacey. Being able to be comfortable in me, if that makes any sense. And knowing that I can do things that maybe previously just weren't possible. And now that I'm comfortable kind of being me, I'm now looking to go into full-time employment, so I feel like I've come full circle. For my mental health, for my physical well-being, I think being outdoors, being active, I think I've found the niche for me to be able to cope. So, yeah, very happy.